Welcome to the journey of 5 famous Japanese horse breeds that will blow your mind, where each of these legendary horses carries a one-of-a-kind story waiting to be told. From the massive giants competing in the world's only heavy pull race, to the northern breed tough enough to survive in the snow year-round, and the rare island horses with only a few hundred left on Earth. Don't forget the tiny pony that once nearly vanished, and the samurai warhorse that became a living legend. All of them are right here, ready for you to discover in this video. Number 5. Bane horse Bane Uma. Born from a cross between massive European draft breeds like the Percheron, Breton, and Belgian draft, Bane horses carry a gigantic frame rarely seen in Japan, standing up to 16-17 hands, 64-68 inches, and weighing around 2,000 pounds. They became the heart of a one-of-a-kind sport, Bane racing, where these giants haul sleds weighing up to 2,200 pounds over a 200-meter sand track with steep hills, creating a spectacle that's both brutal and breathtaking. What strikes many horse lovers is how Bane racing showcases not only raw power, but also strategy and partnership. The jockeys ride on heavy sleds and guide their horses with reins and whips, but victory doesn't come from speed alone. Instead, it depends on pacing, knowing when to push, when to let the horse rest, and how to gather strength for the steep final slope. It's a test of endurance, trust, and the remarkable connection between human and horse under extreme challenge. Compared to Western giants like the Clydesdale, the Budweiser parade icon, or the Belgian draft, famed for hauling timber in Europe and North America, Bane horses stand apart. They transform brute strength into a living cultural heritage, a tradition that survives only in Hokkaido, Japan. Still, in this ranking, Bane takes the 5th spot, not because they lack grandeur, but because their foreign draft lineage makes them less purely Japanese than the others. Even so, they remain a muscle-bound legend like no other. And right after this display of raw power, we move on to a horse celebrated for its extraordinary ability to survive the harshest snow and ice. Number 4. Hokkaido horse, Dosanko Uma. First introduced in the 15th century, when horses from Honshu were brought north and slowly adapted to the harsh climate of Hokkaido, the Dosanko has since become a symbol of endurance and loyalty. Compact yet sturdy, they stand about 13.5 to 14 hands, 54-56 inches, and weigh 880 to 1,100 pounds. Strong enough to haul timber, carry heavy loads, and stand by humans through snowbound winters. Throughout history, they've been tied closely to the lives of Hokkaido's farmers, working the fields, hauling goods, and even appearing in regional festivals. The sight of a small, diligent horse walking steadily across white snowfields has become part of the collective memory of northern Japan. In the Dosanko, you see resilience, patience, and the quiet bond between people and nature. Compared to the Yakutian horse of Siberia, both conquer brutal cold, but while Yakutians live semi-wild, Dosanko remain deeply connected to humans, trusted as working partners. Next to the American Mustang, the contrast is striking. The Mustang embodies wild freedom, while the Dosanko represents steady strength and a spirit of community. That's why the Hokkaido horse holds the 4th spot, not the largest in size, but admired for its sheer toughness and will to survive. And if this horse amazes us with its ability to endure snow and storms, the next one sparks curiosity for an entirely different reason. It's so rare. It exists only on a tiny island off the coast of Okinawa. Number 3. Yonaguni horse, Yonaguni Uma. On the remote Yonaguni island at the western edge of Okinawa lives a horse so rare that only a few hundred remain in the entire world. The Yonaguni stands about 11 to 12 hands, 44 to 48 inches, and weighs roughly 660 to 880 pounds, strong enough to plow fields, pull carts, and carry loads along the island's narrow trails through forest and coastline. For generations, these horses have been more than just working animals. They've been part of the island's spirit. They show up in festivals, children's games, and community life, becoming a familiar presence for locals. Despite their modest size and dwindling numbers, the Yonaguni carries a quiet pride, serving as a living cultural symbol of Okinawa. Much like the Icelandic horse, another small, hardy island breed, the Yonaguni shares that resilience. Yet unlike the globally recognized Icelandic, the Yonaguni remains humble, rustic, and mysterious, like a hidden gem with a story of survival that few know. It's this rarity and cultural significance that earned the Yonaguni its place at number 3. And if this horse inspires awe for its fragile yet proud existence, the next one will charm audiences with its small stature and undeniable cuteness. Often called Japan's very own tiny pony. Number 2, Noma horse, Noma Uma. Known as the smallest horse breed in Japan, the Noma originates from Ehime on Shikoku Island. Standing only about 11 to 12 hands, 44 to 48 inches, and weighing 660–880 pounds, they may be tiny, but they carry a long history. In the past, Noma horses were used to pull carts, transport goods, and work the narrow fields of rural Japan. But as machines took over, their numbers dropped so drastically that by the mid-20th century, only a few dozen remained. Thanks to preservation efforts, their population has recovered. And today, the Noma is celebrated as a local treasure. They often appear in festivals, schools, and parks, where children ride and care for them. The sight of these gentle little horses, with calm eyes and soft steps through the countryside, touches people deeply, blending everyday simplicity with cultural heritage. Compared to the Shetland pony of Scotland, both are small and kind-natured, but the Noma carries a distinctly Eastern charm, tied more to community traditions than farm work. This mix of adorable looks, a dramatic story of survival, and cultural significance has secured the Noma horse its place at number 2. And if this little horse makes us smile with its gentle spirit, the final one will make us stand tall in awe, for it was the trusted war horse of the legendary samurai. Number 1, Kiso horse, Kiso Uma. The only surviving breed once ridden by samurai, the Kiso horse stands today as a living symbol of Japan's history. Originating from the Kiso Mountains of Nagano, they measure about 13.5 hands, 54 inches, and weigh 880 to 990 pounds. Stocky yet resilient, tough yet loyal, the Kiso embodied all the traits of an ideal warhorse and later became a trusted partner for mountain farmers. By the 20th century, their numbers had plummeted to just a few hundred. Thanks to conservation efforts, the breed has endured, now honored as Japan's national horse. On the back of a Kiso lives not just strength, but cultural memory, the inseparable bond between samurai and their mounts. When compared to the Criollo horse of Argentina, another small but hardy breed famed for its stamina across South America's rugged terrain, the similarities are clear. Yet where the Criollo reflects the free spirit of the gaucho, the Kiso embodies the discipline, loyalty, and legacy of the samurai. That distinction cements its unmatched place in Japan's story, and that is why the Kiso horse claims the number 1 spot, not just as a breed of horse, but as an eternal emblem of Japan's culture and spirit. The perfect finale to our journey through 5 legendary Japanese horses that continue to amaze the world.